Hello, we got the league game played with one handicap, so only have a point coming for white, where black killed a bunch of stones in the top right corner and also in the middle. Therefore, white concedes the game. So let's check it out from the beginning. So Komoku and Hoshian Komoku, black plays the high approach. The high Kakari is pretty much out of fashion, but still playable. And white plays an old school pincer. This pincer leads to all kind of complicated variations. So let's see how it develops here. Attach in the corner, that's very good. White plays the basic Hane. White also has the option to play a two-space jump or cut, and this leads to completely different variations. For example, when white cuts, black will cut also, then wedge, Atari up or down, extend, Atari again, go out, protect, take the top stone, give up the two stones on the left side, but black is actually happy to develop towards the top right corner where he already got the stone. So this Joseki overall feels slightly better for black. Only regarding the top left corner here, it's like 50-50, but it feels good for black. So white decided to play the basic variation, Hane and hanging connection. After Hane, white can think about the two-space jump, and also the direct two-space jump. It's a modern follow-up, and this way white develops both sides rapidly. But playing the Hane and then hanging connection, it's a classic pattern. Now here black play the Hane in the corner, but this move is not necessary and it's too early. Normally black should go out at e14 in order to prepare Miai between putting pressure at d12 or f17. So if white extends on the left side, black will immediately attack at f17. That's the key point to put pressure on the top left corner. Now if white crawls with a push like this, black can no-B or jump, and this feels a little bit painful for white. White can think about some Tetsuji like g17 and connect under, but it still feels good for black to put pressure on the corner. Therefore, white usually just plays a move like f16 or g16. So white takes care of the top left top area, and then black will put pressure on the left side. Now here white can jump to be flexible, then black will push and cut. In some Joseki dictionary, at this stage already white can think about tenuki. So if white plays away, black will capture another stone, but white just takes sente. So it's some kind of trade. White got the top corner like this, and black settled the left side, and it's considered to be 50-50. Now there are also other variations, so black can cut one way or the other, and then here white can connect, give up the stone and extend on the left side. White can also resist, capture the stone, then we have Atari and ladder, but white can push out, and here if black blocks, white Atari and capture the stone. So black has to no-B, then white can push and cut. Now again white can Atari and come out, so in order to prevent the ladders, black needs to connect or extend. But then black has a problem on the left side because of this Atari and the attach, or just Atari and now attach, and then make I shape and try to kill black in the corner. So black has to run out, and white still gets something here. So it can really branch out into complicated variations. But the most common follow-up here after the cut is to play tenuki, and black can also consider the turn, d13. Now if white pushes, black will take a stone, white jumps out. So this way black settles the group on the left side, white gets some nice influence on the lower left area, and also the group in the top is safe. Anyway, these are the common variations, but playing the Hane in the corner doesn't help black much because white can also Hane, b19. So if black plays this move and then black goes down or plays a hanging connection, locally this is only one eye. So now white can play, for example, this schema in order to force black into one eye and then extend in the top. So black is still on the run. And in this variation, black is running, and white will profit on both sides. So develop the left and the top while black is going out. So in this position, black should remember Kosumi e14, then either put pressure at d12 or put pressure at f17. So Hane, white extended. White was supposed to play Hane in the corner. White needs to prevent the Atari at c19. Then black can Atari right away, because black also needs a base in the corner. So once black Atari, if white extends for a base on the left side, black captures a stone and the group is fine, and now white needs to extend in the top too. If white connects, like this, the shape is quite heavy, and black is already quite nice, fine in the corner. Well, locally, black needs either this move or the Keima in order to increase eye space, but black can still go out between the groups. Now when white defends on the left, black will attack from the top, because the group is hard to be surrounded, this black group in the top left corner. Even if white plays moves like this, locally black can make two eyes already. So when the group is surrounded, just play this one and there are the two eyes in the corner. So it's very hard for white to counter attack anymore after the Atari at c19. Well, Keima first and then the Atari. The Atari is very good. Now white is kind of heavy. White shouldn't even worry about that stone. Just extend, and then when black captures a stone, just approach the corner. Because black is already alive in the corner, so it doesn't matter if black captures another stone. Black keeps investing moves in Gote to take one stone and another stone. It's a bit slow. So white defends, then black got the big point. Very good. This Shumari is nice. Also a move to approach all the way, for example something like a16, puts pressure on white group, so white needs to come out and then play the Shimari. But playing the Shimari is fine. Maybe next step black will still get a chance to play around k16, because right now if you look all over the board, white should play something like q5 or r5 in order to prevent the second Shimari. This is also important, to extend on the left side to make a base. But if you look all over the board, black gets to develop faster if black goes for another Shimari. This approach is also good. So for white right now, it's quite important to prevent the second Shimari and develop a group on the right side, and then play something on the left side. So black approaches f3, that's a good move. Defend and extend back. Here the left side looks quite appealing, so black should consider the sun-sun invasion directly. And like this, white builds less on the left side. k4, it's an old school extension, but it's also nice for the bottom. Then white should do something about the right. Very good. Pincer. All kind of pincers are possible here. For example, r9, because it's pretty good distance from the top right Shimari. So pincer like this, jump out. Black should step up to the fourth line. It's very good to be one step ahead and build on the fourth line. So if white keeps pushing, black is very happy to have this territory on the fourth line. Then white needs to pincer, and black can even fight. Not an easy game for white now, because all these stones on the bottom, they seem to run on neutral points. Then counter attack. Playing on the third line, it's a bit soft. It's more territorial, but white can put some pressure here. Then counter pincer. Slide in the corner. Also fine choice to try to make a base. That's a good move. q11, nice extension. White also find a nice move to fix the group, but being on the second line, it's a little bit low. Block, that's fine. A desperate invasion. Nice block. Actually here it works for black to block the other way too, because the right side has an extension at q11, so black is building a wall. Black can turn or nobi or double hane. So when double hane, you give up a stone and capture the other, so now the corner it's all black. When turn, white will probably Atari, but then there are two cutting points. And here, if white protects this way, black is just sent to play another big point. But r17 it's a nice move too, because now q17 it's kind of heavy. So go out, hane in the head of two stones, very good. Now on this hane, the attached black shouldn't hane, black can cut directly. Because the two stones, they are losing the liberties rapidly, so when Atari, go out, when Atari like this, descend, and just capture them. And if white decides to crawl and save the group, it's very painful. I mean, even if white leaves, white can resign the game now because all the points he got in the top are mostly first line. So now it's super painful. Black profits a lot in the center. So the cut works in this case, and another Tesuji is just to Hane Q18. Now on the Hane, white will connect with an empty triangle, black connects, and the 4 stones are just a heavy group, so white is still on the run. Painful for white. Also, if white plays a hanging connection, it looks terrible. So for white was actually a bit hasty to play Q17. It's better to play some kind of approach move like L17 and then think about a way to reduce the top right corner. Tough run. Hane. Then this move and connect under. It was to connect under directly. Hane. Because many times in this position, white will try to cut. Then you'll cut with Atari. If the ladder works, black starts the ladder. But for black it's good enough to capture this now. So it's a better style. Oh, white got very ambitious and now everything dies in the corner. Very good Hane. Only 2 liberties left. White is trying some Tesuji, but black is very thick in the area and the ladders are working. Here, for example, black can just capture a stone. There is no way for white to connect under or to try this cut. Black will just take. And it's better to take a stone here because the other stone is in Atari too. And when white turns, black doesn't have to do anything. Just play away. And only when white plays this Atari, we capture the top right corner. Playing like this, white can connect in the center and, well, black has to play under. Of course, black will still kill the corner, but now the center looks different for white. So I still gave up those stones. Good to take right away. Less agi. Well, more points like this. And turn, that's fine. And now play away. Now the Sansan invasion is still better in this lower left corner. White will probably still block the left side. He wants the left side because the white got the extension at c9. If white separates, black leaves very comfortable in the corner and white doesn't get so much compensation on the bottom side. Playing like this, it feels a bit over concentrated for white. So slide, block the corner and play away. Now after the slide, it's proper to play h4. The shape looks very good on the bottom side and also it prevents the invasion at h3. So the slide, it's not a move that black can ignore after white blocks. I mean, if black wants to play in the top left corner, black can play directly. But black doesn't need a slide exchange and then play away. So now white didn't have to defend the left side, but invade and punish at h3. Because if black covers, white will simply push, leave under, and now we can see that black slide didn't gain much. I mean, it turned into a neutral point. First of all, it fixed the corner when white blocks c3, and then white also scoop out the territory on the bottom. This was nice. White was too submissive on the left side, and now black expands the bottom. Playing the 4th line invasion is not very effective. Black will just connect. So white didn't gain much here. This sequence was all forced and white even had some cutting problems and some liberty issues, so white needs to play again in the middle. This block is a little bit small. Playing in this corner, c2 can wait because the endgame, for example, when white jumps here and black jumps in the corner, white can push and cover. So in the end, it's a matter of a few extra points in this corner. Playing the block didn't gain much. Black can still play in center Han and connect. So that's a good move. Actually, black can push once and then hit the vital point, threatening to cut. If white connects, black will threaten the snapback and then jump. So this way, black has more potential in the center. But it's a good idea to jump in the middle in time. It's more aggressive to play an attach and then push from this direction. If white Hane, black will block, white has to go down. Black can reduce the top a little bit, then play a one space jump. On the Atari, block with Atari, then white needs to connect. White can take the ko one time, then black has some co threat, takes back, and white connects eventually, then push this direction, then capture one stone. It's important to take away white space. White needs to live in the corner, and continue expanding the middle. So with this top right corner and everything safe and the bottom, black has the first chance to win this game. White also got a nice territory on the left side, but the right side is small. The top is not very impressive. It seems kind of close, but a little bit better for black because there is no komi. So keima, jump out. In order to increase the middle, it's better to play keima and nobi. So more points, one line bigger than just one space jump. Now the block. So if black plays the peep, this move works at S6, sorry. When white pushes, black doesn't block to lose the stone, but pulls back and block now. So there are only 2 liberties against 3. And black gains more on the side like that. Playing the block, white can come back at R7, and then S8 it's saved. Sacrifice is good. This Atari, well, it's not really necessary. Black can play here, and then some other moves in the center to stay connected. Even if white plays here, black is fine. But okay, Atari Sente. The problem is, now in the corner, locally black is alive, but white can start a ko at some point. Well, it's the kind of ko where black takes and takes again, but never know. So that's why better not to play the Atari and just play this move right away. Because now, if white tries to find to false the eye, white needs to play here, then black connects. And this is alive unconditionally. Yeah, the cut is a problem, so before playing the move, should Kosumi here threatening to enter the top and then make the eyes. Because now it doesn't work to cut in the center. This feels good for white. So black should still play Kosumi from this direction, and now if white extends in the middle, black takes some compensation in the top, and if white defends the top, black takes back the stone from the center and then reduce from the other side. Anyway, it's a good idea to play K10 and reduce the center like that. That's a bit chicken style. Better peep, threatening to cut, than capture this stone. Because now, if white starts the ko, black will take, and then take again, and so on. So it feels a bit too submissive just to make 2 eyes like that. That's a good catch. So it's better to take the stone in the center right away, and then save a move, not playing A16. This honey is fine too. Alright. Kosumi block, fine. Here black can play like this to make an extra point. It looks uglier, but when white pushes, black needs this move anyway. The thing is, if black goes here and white plays here, black doesn't play O3, O2. Black can play on the outside, and O2 becomes another black point. This is, let's see. Tuck, 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 tuck. Yeah, it's important. But actually, why not this one? Make an extra point. Because if white Atari, black captures. So now there's an extra point here. 1 point less. It's good to peep once and then keima to build more in the bottom area. So the stones stay connected. Black can push. Nothing happens if white cuts Atari and Atari. This is fine. Interesting. Black managed to cut those stones in the center. So now when white plays the block, D1 is not necessary, better cut. Because when white goes out, black nobi, white pushes, Atari, and it's just capture. So white has to sacrifice. And then if white pushes here, black will block, connect, no problem. This block is actually worth 1 extra point. Yeah, the point here at E1. So turn. Oh no, white needs to connect like this. That's the safe way. Black can still cut. So on this Atari, go out, and on this Atari, go out. And then when white tries to cut, he puts himself in Atari. So black could make 10 more points here, killing the 4 stones, which are 8 points. That's important. These are some small moves, but mostly Sente. Now here, Pak. Why should connect in the center? Like this, black can attach, capture a stone, capture another stone, capture another stone, and keep reducing his Sente. Oh, but it seems white missed this cut. That's so big. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stones. That's 16 points plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 30 points. Ouch. Nice catch by black. This move is not even necessary. Better play here. Because there's Miai. So when black plays away, let's say we connect this stone. If white cuts, black connects here. If white pushes and cuts up, black connects down. So it's one way or the other, and the group inside is still surrounded. So that's just an ultra safe move. And if you want to play an ultra safe move, you should play here to make an extra point. Because now p7, it's one more point for black. And here also, too conservative, just block. There is nothing here. If white cuts, black can take or just leave it. But I understand, black feels good, and this move is also not necessary. Let's say we connect the stone, white cuts. So what? It doesn't give him eyes and or her, and still black's groups are safe. On the right side it's all good, in the middle also. Maybe this is the kind of move like declaration of victory, and then white got the point and resigned. Anyway, well done, but black still needs to work on the top left Joseki, but the capture in top right early was good, and this lucky catch in the middle too. So enjoy the review and step up the game.